Never tell your goals to anyone. Dark truth of goals killing. The hidden danger of sharing your dreams. Most people think that talking about their goals makes them more likely to achieve them. After all, sharing makes you feel motivated, right? But here's the dark truth: the moment you speak your goals out loud, your brain gets tricked into thinking you've already achieved something. That little boost of dopamine you feel? It's a lie. When you tell others what you plan to do, start a business, lose weight, write a book, you get praise just for having ambition. You get applause for a journey you haven't even started yet. But what happens next? That motivation begins to fade. The fire dies down. You stop taking action. Why? Because your brain has already been rewarded. And without pressure, without urgency, you begin to procrastinate. It's a trap. A dangerous trap. Success is not born from applause. It's born in silence, in late nights, early mornings, quiet sacrifices, and lonely struggles. When you share your dreams too early, you risk killing them before they ever have a chance to grow. The psychology behind goal sharing, why it feels good but hurts progress. Here's something science confirms: when you declare your goals publicly, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical, as if the goal was already completed. That's why it feels so satisfying to say, "I'm going to start my own company," or "I'm training for a marathon." But what happens next? You've already satisfied the emotional reward without putting in the actual work. And as a result, the drive to follow through weakens. Over time, this becomes a cycle: share goal, feel good, take little action, abandon goal. Again and again. This is called the intention-behavior gap in psychology. You intend to act, but that intention gets falsely satisfied by validation or applause, which replaces the discipline needed to push through difficulty. That's why most people talk big but do nothing. They're addicted to the idea of success, not the work behind it. The ones who make it, they reverse the process. They keep quiet. They stay in the shadows. And they let their results scream so loud, the world has no choice but to listen. How others subconsciously kill your dreams. You might think the people around you want the best for you, and many do. But even the most well-meaning friends, family, or mentors can unintentionally destroy your ambition. How? Through doubt, judgment, or subtle jealousy. You tell someone your goal: "I'm going to launch my clothing brand." And they say things like, "That's hard, are you sure? Do you have the money for that?" A lot of people try and fail. They might not be trying to hurt you, but their fear becomes your fear. Their doubt becomes your doubt. And over time, that seed grows. Suddenly, you're not so confident. You begin second-guessing yourself. You slow down. You stop. Worse, some people will actively discourage you because your progress threatens their comfort zone. If you rise, they have to look at their own lack of effort, and that's uncomfortable for them. Your dreams are fragile in the beginning. They need protection. Don't expose them to people who don't understand your vision. Shield them. Nurture them. Let them grow strong in silence, then shock the world. Validation is a silent killer. Stop needing approval. Let's be real, we all want to feel seen. We all crave validation. But when your motivation depends on someone else's approval, you've already lost. That moment you post your goal on social media or tell someone for likes or attention, you're trading long-term discipline for short-term claps. It's like planting a seed and then digging it up just to show someone it's growing. You kill the roots before they ever take hold. Validation becomes a drug. And soon, you stop working for the goal and start working for attention. That's the moment the dream dies. Real winners. They don't ask for applause during the climb. They don't need the spotlight until they've earned it. They keep their heads down and their hearts focused. They understand, approval is temporary. Progress is forever. You don't need a cheerleader. You need silence, discipline, and consistency. Because when the results show up, they'll validate you louder than anyone ever could. Real success stories, the silent achievers. Think about some of the most successful people in history. Elon Musk didn't tweet his way to Tesla's success. Steve Jobs didn't announce every move. Even Michael Jordan didn't go around telling everyone he was going to be the greatest. They focused. They executed. Then the world watched. There's a pattern: the people who win big often say very little in the beginning. They don't speak. They build. Let's take Keanu Reeves for example, one of the most private actors in Hollywood. You never hear him bragging, talking about his goals, or chasing the spotlight. Yet, the man is a legend, both in cinema and in how he carries himself with humility. That's power. That's silent dominance. Or consider J.K. Rowling. She didn't go around telling the world she'd write the most successful book series of all time. She wrote Harry Potter in secret, in cafes, with barely any money. She didn't seek validation, she sought results. And when those results came, they spoke louder than any announcement ever could. Why is silence so effective? Because when no one knows your next move, they can't block it, discourage it, or interfere. Silence creates mystery. It builds power. It forces you to focus on the process rather than the praise. And when you finally arrive, when the world sees your success, they'll be shocked. But you won't be. Because you'll know exactly what it took. Let your success be your noise. The enemy within, how talking too soon kills discipline. Here's the painful truth: your biggest enemy isn't out there, it's inside you. Every time you speak your goals too soon, you make yourself vulnerable. Not just to criticism, but to your own laziness. The moment your brain gets a taste of applause, it stops craving the real meal, discipline. Imagine this: you set a goal to lose 20 pounds. You tell everyone. They cheer. You feel good. But now the urgency is gone. You've already been rewarded with attention. So your mind says, mission accomplished. But in reality, you haven't even started. That moment of validation becomes your enemy. Because now you've traded the hard path of discipline for the easy dopamine hit of being praised. It's like a fire: when you share your goals, the heat escapes. What should have burned brightly within you, your hunger, your obsession, slowly cools down. And without heat, discipline dies. True discipline is born in private. It thrives in the silence. It needs discomfort, rejection, failure, things you can't endure if you're addicted to praise. Talk less. Work more. Stay uncomfortable. And when your results come, they'll shout louder than any promise you ever made. The power of silence: why quiet focus beats loud intentions. In a world obsessed with sharing everything, silence has become a superpower. We're told to speak our dreams into existence, manifest them, announce our intentions. But the truth? Loud goals are weak goals. Real power moves in silence. When you go silent, something changes in your mind. You stop performing. You stop seeking approval. You enter a zone of raw, undistracted focus. That's when you build momentum. That's when your actions begin stacking. No one is watching, so there's no pressure to impress. Just pure grind, day after day. The work becomes sacred. The goal becomes real. Quiet focus also protects you. When you stay silent, haters can't shoot down what they can't see. Jealous people can't ruin what they don't know. And distractions can't find you when you're off the radar. Think of the lion in the wild: it doesn't roar before the hunt. It moves in silence. It stalks, it watches, it waits. And when the time is right, it pounces with full force. Let your actions be silent. Let your intentions be private. And when it's time, strike like a lion. Final message: protect your goals like a warrior. Your goals are sacred. They are the blueprint of your future. And like anything sacred, they must be protected. Don't hand your dreams over to people who haven't earned the right to hear them. Don't expose your fire to the wind of opinions. Guard your vision like a warrior guards his sword, because once it's damaged, the battle is already lost. Silence isn't weakness. Silence is strength. It's focus. It's power. While others are busy talking, you'll be building. While others seek applause, you'll be stacking results. And when the time comes, when the world finally sees what you've been working on, they won't believe their eyes. But you will. Because you stayed true. You stayed silent. You stayed disciplined. So the next time you set a goal, don't say a word. Just smile, and get to work. Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel Rise and Grind Nation for more interesting and life-changing videos.